What up, YouTube? It's your boy Ghost. I'm coming to you from inside my truck right now. We're actually sitting in Virginia, sitting at the Loves. I'm editing a bunch of videos that are trucking and non-trucking related. I'm actually working on one video. This video's been pretty long and pretty intense with the editing, but I'm almost done with it. But anyways, the reason I'm dropping this video today is to speak on net 30 accounts and to give a little insight on what net 30 accounts are, because I mentioned it in the Duns number video, but I didn't really go into detail on what net 30 accounts are, so I'm gonna do that now. Basically, your net 30 accounts it's broken down like this. You have different vendors. We'll say Nike, for example. You have Nike. Say you want to get a wholesale account with Nike buying Jordans. So what you'll do is you'll hit up Nike, probably their sales rep, and you'll tell them, I want to open a account with you guys. So they'll basically send you the paperwork. You fill out your business information, and you can start buying products from them at a wholesale rate that's cheaper than, the rate that you'll get if you go to the actual Nike store. And basically, sometimes you gotta buy in bulk depending on the company, and they want you to buy a certain number of products. So we'll say a certain number of shoes. Now, what you can do is you can ask Nike if they have a net 30 account that you can set up with them. Now, what a net 30 account is, it's really it's like a credit limit, and they basically give you a payment arrangement. It's like a credit limit on payment arrangement terms, which means in 30 days, whatever you spend, you have to pay back. So say you go and you buy $500 worth of shoes on the 1st, by the 30th, you got to pay that $500 back. So what they do is they give you, that 30-day window to buy the shoes. They send you the shoes, and then you basically go out and you make your money, and then you pay them back for that $500, and that's a net 30 account. It's basically an account that certain vendors will give you. Certain vendors will say, like Uline, they'll give you one right off the bat, but people like who was some people that I dealt with back in the day? Toshiba, LG, Pro Club too. Pro Club, Dickies. You have to basically build a rapport with them before they would open up a net 30 account for you. And once you basically got that net 30 set up with them, you were golden. Same works with like rim shops and stuff too. Certain places, you can set up net 30 accounts with them. And what it is basically, it's just credit trade lines. They basically report it to Dun & Bradstreet and Experian and all the places that deal with business credit. They report to them, and then it pops up on your Dun & Bradstreet report, your Experian report, all those reports. Because remember, DNB, Dun & Bradstreet, it's a credit reporting agency. It's not your actual business credit. It's just the agency like Experian. So that's really what a net 30 account is. I know for me, because I still have net 30 accounts with a couple of vendors, and I still do like t-shirts and stuff. And what I found is the best dates to buy, we'll say buy products, for me is like the 15th, between the 15th and the 17th. For the simple fact is, within 2 weeks, it all depends on their accounts and billing receivable when they actually put it into the system. So for me, the 15th through the 17th was like golden, because sometimes it fell on the weekend, so you have to order that following Monday. And I noticed I got a faster turnaround time when it came to it being reported to my credit, onto my business credit. So that's something that is a real big benefit. And you got to remember, net 30 accounts, not all vendors will give you those right off the bat. You know, some people require you to be in business with them for a while, like maybe 6 months to a year, before they'll even grant you that type of royalty. But once you get the net 30 with them, you're gold, you're solid. It's always something good to ask when you're setting up accounts like with these different vendors, to see if they have the net 30. Because I'm pretty sure, you know, getting into the trucking industry, there's quite a few places that do net 30 accounts, but you just gotta, you know, build that rapport and establish that like relationship with them before, you know, they'll want to let you spend a couple $100,000 or a couple thousand with them. And what do you call it? That's really what a net 30 account is. Like I said before, in the Dun & Bradstreet, I listed a few places that you can just jump on right away and they'll let you establish the net 30. But if you're getting into the trucking industry, oh my bad, my video kind of started. But if you're getting into the trucking industry, the best thing to do, like I said before, is sit down and write out, you know, some key things on, you know, that you will need, like fleet cards, fuel cards, tire accounts, let's see what else. Say if you have a Freightliner, go to the Freightliner dealership and try to open up a wholesale account with them. They might ask you for a wholesale resale permit. I know in California it does, so you'll have to go out and get one of those. Which, only thing is, you just gotta pay taxes on whatever you buy and you resell, which there's ways of getting around that. If you have a really good tax person and a really good accountant, they can help you out with that. And that's really it. And it's like, the way I have my business set up is like this. I have Steelhagen Productions. That is like the mother corporation that I started with. Then I use the DBA for Steelhagen Transportation. Then I switched it up and I got a corporation. I turned it into a corp. So now I have two corporations and I'm working on an LLC. I mean, not an LLC, a non-profit, which I'll drop another video explaining how I have my, why I have it structured the way that I do. But Steelhagen Production buys everything for my transportation company, and then it rents it out to them or leases it out to them. Like this truck, for example, my production company bought the truck and it actually leased it out to Steelhagen Transportation, which in the long run I can write it off on my taxes, and Steelhagen Transportation can write it off because it's leased to them. And that's basically it. But yeah, that basically explains what the net 30 account is and setting up net 30s. And it's really just lines of credit, just trade lines. So love, peace, prosperity. I hope this video helped y'all out a little bit, get y'all a little, shine some light on that. I'm gonna go more into detail about it, about like business credit and really getting deep into it. So yeah, love, peace, prosperity. I gotta finish up these videos, because especially this one right here, I'm really trying to get it done by tonight, that I'm working on right now. So holla at your boy, and I will talk to y'all later. Deuces.